because, all right, number 4. No, number 4 on page 13. I'm on the wrong page. So number 4 is 3/7 plus 2/5. All right, 3/7 plus 2/5. I want you to write what I write. 2/5. Okay. All right. So what is the first thing that we need to do? What do we need to do first? Step 1, we have to get the denominators the same. Can't add or subtract if the denominators are not the same. So now we have 2 odd numbers. What one number will both go into 7 and 5?
9.
Not 9, because like if I count. Oh, none. That's right. I'm a little hard hearing. You probably could say that. Okay. So you can come up with this if you count by 7s and get anything that's also in a 5. So 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42. Did you hear any numbers that 5 has?
35.
35, that's right. So we know in this case we can multiply. Sometimes you really can multiply these bottom ones and get it, but most of the time it's not the best thing. It's kind of like the last thing to do. Okay, so we have 35. Now, how many times does 7 go into 35? 5. Carson said 5 times. All right, so we multiplied 7 by 5 to get to 35. So what we do to one side, we have to do to the other side. Good. So we have to multiply up here, and what number is that going to be?
15.
15, that's correct. Okay, so we got that one ready. Now 5 goes into 75 how many times?
35.
5 times what equals 35?
7.
Good, that's right, 7. So that's what I did on the bottom. So what am I going to do on the top?
The bottom.
Got to do the same thing that I did on the bottom. That's right. So on the bottom, I multiply by 7. So I have to do the
14.
same thing to the top. And so my answer up here is 14. Okay. So my denominators are the same. So now I'm ready to add or subtract across depending on what it says.
35.
Yes, 29 over 35. Is the number on the top bigger than the number on the bottom?
No.
No, that's right. What's that, Josh?
No.
Right. So that means that there's no mixed number. Here's another question. Is the number on the top a prime number? What is a prime number, Ms. Gomez? A prime number is a number that can only be multiplied by itself, 29 times 1. If you look on the multiplication table, there is no 29 there. It does not exist because it's a prime number. If it is a prime number, then that is your final answer, is right here. That is the answer, and I'm going to check the answer sheet just to make sure. Page 13, number 4, 29 over 35. So this is the correct answer. Okay, do we have that written down? Got it written down? All right, I'm going to just write up the next one, and let's see if you guys get the right answer. Oh, I have the wrong page open. What is it? 15 over 24. Oh, that one is tricky, but not terrible. Number 5. 15 over 24. 15 over 24 minus 10 over 27. Remember, the first thing you have to do is get a very good denominator. The denominator, here's a hint, is not going to be bigger than the number 10. Wait, maybe it is going to be bigger than the number 10. It is going to be bigger than the number 10. Okay, you guys see what you can do. It's going to be way bigger than the number 10. I'm trying to find a good denominator, Carson. I don't know if I can find one. Right, what I'm writing, Carson. Don't let yourself do that. No, that's a 2. I'm adding 2. Carrier 162. Okay, so I've gone so far. Let me just see. What is 24 times 27? 648. Is that what you initially got on your page? 648? That is just so big. Okay, so I'm going to go with 648 because I don't want to add. So what I did, because these are so big, is I just multiply, because if I multiply that, then I know that they actually have it in common. That's the last resort. You do not want to use that resort unless you cannot get these numbers. There's no numbers on one that's the same as the other. The reason why you want to use it as a last resort is because the numbers are going to be so big later, but we're just going to go with it. Okay. So I got this number in common. What did I multiply by 24 to get 648? Are you writing what I'm writing? I don't know. Okay. Okay. So you're gonna write. Now I don't know where to start. You pick up your pencil right here and you write a number 5. Y'all try to work this out without me, and I'm gonna catch it with you. And then you're gonna write 15 over 24. And we need the 5. Circle the 5. I have mine circled. You need that 5. 15 over 24 minus 10 over 27. No, not multiply. Minus 10 over 27. Okay, and then you come down under it and you do this part. Okay. I don't know where to start or something if you're sitting all by yourself, but I'm doing it here with you, and I told you to write whatever I'm writing. I mean, all of it. Okay, well, but you didn't do all of this. All right. So now we're back. So what did we multiply? 24 times what equals 648? I hope you don't redo it because we already did it, right? It's 648, right? Everybody get that?
Yes,
We got this number because we multiplied these together. So that number is already there. So we multiplied 24 by 27. And now we have to multiply 15 by 27. So 15 times 27. Okay. So 15 times 27, you need to be trying to do it. Carson, you try to do 15 times 27, then I'm going to come over here and do it too.
15 times 27.
Yes.
385.
15 times 27. All right. He said 385.
Yes.
Okay. This is why I say students are smarter than me sometimes, because their brains move so fast. Okay. So there's a 0 here. 7 and 2. 1 times 7 is 7. 1 times 2 is 2. And then we add the,
405.
what's that?
It's 405.
405. Okay. So maybe there was a little careless error in there. 405. So 27 times 15. Did you get that? 5 times 7 is 35. Put your 5, 3. 5 times 2 is 10. Add 3. So we have 13. We have to put our saver 0 in there. 1 times 7 is 7. 1 times 2 is 2. And then we add these together. Okay. All right. So 405. So that's what's going to go over here. Okay. And all right. So now we have 648. This was 27. So now, what did we multiply by 27 to get 648?
240.
Just 24, right? We just added 24. We said 24 times 7 to get 648, and now 27 times 24 to get 648. And this one is 240, that's right. 10, so what we do to the top, we have to do to the bottom. And we know that when you multiply by 10, you just add a 0. Are you writing what I'm writing? So why am I writing and you're not writing then? Okay. So there's a very big, ugly math problem right there. So now we're just going to subtract across. Make sure you leave your 648 on the bottom. I'm going to, y'all try to do that on your own. I'm going to erase this thing that's cluttering up my screen. Okay, and come back. So 405 minus 240. Okay, so 5 minus 0 is 5. Okay, I can't take 4 from 10, so I have to take 3. Make that a 3 and make that a 10. So 10 minus 4 is 6, and 3 minus 2 is 1. So 165 over 648. Now I'm going to do something that you guys are all allowed to do, and that is check the answers to see if they want better. So yes, wait, do they want better? What number is that? They do want better. They want you to make that a smaller number. That number is too big. Okay.
Wait, what fraction did we get?
I got 165 over 648. Is that correct? Is that what you got?
I'm sorry here.
Yep. I just got 165. Did you get that, Josh? I didn't fact check. Did you
Yes, ma'am.
You did get it?
Yes, ma'am.
Just double check. What is 405 minus 240? 165. Okay. So I'm exactly where you are. You just put a 4 where you need to have a 6. See, Cameron. Hello, Hayden. Good to see you today. Okay, so now we have to make this a smaller number. This is correct, but it's not correct because it's too big of a number. So now we have to think about how many times 165, like how can we reduce this? So this is why this is frustrating to me. But let's see, 5 doesn't go into both of them. They're not an even number. Just 3 goes into 6, 3 goes into 48. Yes, 3 will go into both of them. 3 will go into both of them. Okay, so since I know that 3 will go into both of them, I have to divide them both by 3 to get them to do something called reduce. Okay, So we want to reduce them. Okay, so now we have to find out what is 165 divided by 3. 165 divided by 3. 3 goes into 16 how many times? 3 times what equals? It's not going to be the same. Let's do our 3s. You ready? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Whoops. 18. I'm going to use that 1 for an 8 too. Okay. You get me? All right. So how many times does 3 go into 16? Are y'all paying attention? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. It can't go 6 times because that's too big of a number. So it's 5 times, but there is going to be some that's going to be, I mean, that's a 16, not a 15, right? That's why y'all are pausing. 5 times 3 is 15. That's what we did over here. We don't have to do it again. So now we put 15 here under 16. And we subtract. What's 16 minus 15?
1.
1. Good. And we pull down this 5. We haven't used it yet. So we have to pull it down. 3 goes into 15. How many? 5 times, right? So now we have 55. 5 times 3 is 15. Let's just finish it up. I'm really lazy about doing that.
55 to
So that's
55 for 216.
Maybe. Probably. All right. Okay. And now we have to do the same thing for 648 divided by 3. Okay. So 648. I don't know. I'm having a hard time writing divided by 3. Okay. So 3 goes into 6 how many times? We did it here already. Oh. 2. 2 times. 2 times 3 is 6. Okay, that's 0. I'm just going to bring down this 4. 3 goes into 4 how many times? 1. I have to erase this. Okay, 1. 1. All right. Oops. I don't know. I lost my writing tool. Okay. 1. So I'm going to put my 1 here. 1 times 3 is 3. How many do I have left over? 4 minus 3 is 1. I have to bring down this 8. I haven't used it yet. I have to make sure I use all the numbers. How many times does 3 go into 18? We already did it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
6.
6. 6. So this number goes here. 6 times 3 is 18, right? So then that zeroes out. So the answer is 55 over 216. Did you write it? You write it down. All right. Write that answer down. I'm going to erase it. Y'all can go forward and try to do 6. Without me, I'm going to write 6 down. I have sent you this in an email, but I'm going to put it on the screen in just a minute. All right, so now I'm going to erase, clear all drawings. You got it, Josh? You writing it down?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and we're gonna do number 6, if I could see that packet. Number 6 is 7/12. 7/12. 7/12 plus 5/16. Okay. So the first thing we have to do is what? What are we going to do first, Carson? Okay, step 1. Josh, do you remember what step 1 is? Are you there?
14 multiplied by 12 be 16. Or is that?
Get the denominator the same.
Yeah,
And that's what you were trying to say. I know, right?
yeah, Mom.
Get the denominator the same. Everybody say that out loud. Because that's the goal. That's the war. You got to get that denominator the same. So the best way to do that without calculating, if you just go out and multiply those together, you're going to have such a huge number that it's going to be really hard to make it small again. So what I like to do is take the bigger number and just do multiply them 16, 32. And if I add 16 to this, it's 48. I already see there's a number that is also on the 12 times tables. Do you see it? 12. So I'm doing the 12. I'm doing the times tables is what I'm doing over here. And I do this as a grown lady. Like, this isn't because I'm teaching you. It's because this is how you get the answer. So do you see how those numbers are the same? These two numbers?
Yes,
This,
Mom.
this is called the least common multiple, LCM. Okay, and that's what you have to use for your fractions. That's how you find out. Now, you could multiply 12 times 16, and you're going to have the hugest number on the universe, and then you're going to have to deal with that, which is bad. You don't want to do that. So now I found my denominator. Are you writing? Write what I write. 48. I know you were paying attention. I know you were. There's a reason why they call me an academic trainer. I am a drill sergeant, academically, a fat drill sergeant, I should say. Okay, so we have 48 over here on the bottom. So 12 times what equals 48? We already did it over here, so we don't have to calculate it again.
4.
4, yes. So what we do to the bottom, we have to do to the top, right? So what's going to be on the top? What is it?
Wait, where did I get 4 from?
I got 4 because 12 times 4 equals 48. That's why.
We do 7 times 4, and that's 28.
This is 28. We chose our lowest. What did you have for on the bottom of your fraction?
192.
Did you get that by multiplying 12 and 16? Yeah, you can do that. But then you don't, but then you have a huge number that you have to make smaller later. So you're using 3 times your time. So that's why I was showing this. While you were doing that, I was showing this process of finding the least common multiple. But go ahead and just write my numbers down and pay attention the next time and you'll see how to do it. But so you take 16, you take the bigger number and you double it. You just keep going and then you take the smaller number and you go and you find there's a number they have in common. And that's the one you choose. 48. Your calculator won't tell you what the least common denominator is. Okay, so what number did we multiply by 16 to get 48? We already did the math. We don't have to do 4. Oh, it is 3. Look at that. I thought it was 4 too. It is 3. I had just put that 16 there to add it to 15. Huh?
I'm on 2.
Oh, hi there. Come on in. Thank you. That means so much. Thank you so very much. Okay. So 16 times 3 is 48, right? So what we do to the bottom, we have to do that to the top as well.
It's
So
equals 15.
It's going to be 15. That's right. Good. So now we're set. We have the denominators the same. And now we can add across. So what's that last number going to be? What is it equal to? What do you think, Carson? What is it equal to? Well, you got to add them across 28 and 15. Write it down. 28 and 15. Yeah, you don't, I'm not asking you to do anything in your head. Only if you want to. But you do have to keep your brain engaged. All right, so when you don't want to think with your head, you got to work with your fingers by writing it, not counting on your fingers, although I'm not opposed to that. So 8 and 5 is 13. So I'm going to put my 3 here. I'm going to put my 1 up here. That goes with the 13. 2, 3, 4.
43 over 48.
43 over 48. Now, I like it when 43.
That was one guy.
Yeah. I like it when 43 is there because there's no 43 on the multiplication table. Because it is a prime number. Nothing times nothing equals 43 except 1. 1 times 43. So at this point, seeing that that's a prime number, I'm going to look at my answer sheet and see if I got that right. Because if I got it wrong, I need to fix it before I go on. Page 13, and the answer is 43 over 48. So that is correct. I should not go to the next one unless I can see that I am correct. Otherwise, I'm practicing incorrectness, and I will be ruined over that. Good. Number 7. What is number 7? Say 16 over 27. You guys still rocking with me? You should be writing when I'm ready. 16 over 27 minus 5 over 24. Oh, here's another one I don't like. You get in your 20s here. I think I'm just going to bite the bullet and multiply those together instead of trying. Because that was last time. We did this on number 5, right? On number 5, we had 27 and 24 in denominators, as the same person wrote both questions likely. So we learned that it's too big, right? So the best thing we can do is multiply 27 by 24. Please go back and look at number 5 and tell me what was that denominator. Number 5. What's the denominator for number 5?
648.
Number 48.
Yeah, so let's work smarter and harder. Let's just use that same number. We got that one right, so this is correct. 648 minus, we're going to change the denominators here. 648. Okay, and we know that our answer is also going to have 648. That will be the actual answer. It has to end in 648. All right, so what did we multiply 27 by to get 648? $27 times what equals 648? Who can tell me? Okay, if you forgot what we did, because those are two large numbers, is we just multiplied those together. So 27 times 24 equals 648. What's that?
I was repeating what you were saying.
Yes. So since we multiplied 24 by 27 to get 648, what do we need to do? What do we need to do next? We need to do
times 16.
Yes, that's right. What we did at the bottom, we have to do at the top. 6 times 24. All right, so now we 16 times 24. So now we have to do some ugly math over here. And we have to do 16 times 24. Okay. So 4 times 6 is 24. Were you all right? Okay. 4 and 2. 4 times 1 is 4 and 2 is 6. So we got 64. I can put my spacer, my 0 here. 2 times 6 is 12. Oh, yeah, I think you're right. And 2 times 1 is 2 and 1 is 3. Right? 384. That's what I got. Cameron got that too. Good. Garrison, did you get that?
Yes.
All right, so then that would be this one here, 384. Okay. Any questions on that? Now we got to go to the second one. What did we multiply 24 by to get 648?
24, 27.
27. That's exactly what we did. So now what do we have to multiply by 27 also to be fair?
5 times
All right.
27,
That's right, because we got to be fair.
135.
And Cameron says this is 135, and I agree. I can do it in my brain, right? So try to get that end result here. So we have 27 times, so I'm just going to do this in case somebody might need to know it. That's a multiplication, sorry. 5 times 7 is 35. Put a 3 up there. And here's my little 3 for the 35. And 5 times 2 is 10, 11, 12, 13, 1, 35. So that's why that's correct. Okay, now I have to subtract these two. 384, they're trying to kill us with this long math. I hope I don't have to reduce afterward. I'll be annoyed, but I probably will. 135. All right. So now we're going to subtract. We can't take 5 from 4, so we have to make that 14. Turn our 8 into a 7. 14 minus 5 is what? What am I going to write here? 17. 9. Good. Thank you, Carson. And then 7 minus 3 is 4. That's correct. Again. And then 3 minus 1
249.
is 249. So that would be our answer here. Any questions? That's a really big number, though. So I'm going to, because it's a big number, I'm going to take the liberty to do what I want you to do also and see if that's the number they want in the question, because I can see that the number on the top is a lot smaller than the number on the bottom, so that seems good. So let me see. We are on page 13, and this is number 7, and no, that number is not small enough for the answer. So we have to go smaller. So we have to look at this question and see what we can get out of it. So we're going to use our mind. We're going to use our thinking. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to decide it's not an even number. This one isn't an even number. So we can't divide it by an even number. We have to divide it. This one is an odd number, right? Would you agree? So we have to divide it by an odd number. So, and the bigger the number, the better. So 3 will work because 3 will be 83. But will 3 work on the bottom? No. 3, yes, 3 will work on the bottom. 3 will work on the bottom. So we could do 3. Just for fun, I'm going to see if we can do 6. 6 won't work. 9 won't work. So let's go with 3. So we're going to,
3 over 2.
okay, hold on. You got to wait. You can go on to the next one. We're working together. You can go on to the next one and then check your answer. All right. So 249. So what we do to the top, we're going to do to the bottom. If you get this, you can go on to the next one and see if you can get the right answer. Okay. So 249 divided by 3. So we're going to take 3 and we're going to divide 249 by 3. Okay. You're going to write this, Carson. So just to help me out, I'm going to go ahead and write my 3 tower over here. 3, 6, 9, 12. You can go to the next one, Kim, and see if you can get it. 12, 15, or take a break, or whatever you need to do. I need another 2 minutes. 18, 21, 24. Okay, I got to 24. I don't want to go anymore because there's the 24 here. It's as far as I need to go. So how many times is 3 going to 24?
8.
Yeah, y'all see that it's 8? It's 8. Look, if you count down. Y'all got it? You got it? Josh, you got it? Carson? 8.
No.
Okay. Did you say no?
I say yes, Mom.
Okay, good. Okay, so 8 times 3 is 24. We subtract those, we get 0. I don't like to write the 0. But we got to bring down this 9 because the 9 is important. So 3 times what equals 9? we already did it here. 3 times 3, right? 3 times 3 equals 9. So this is 83. Any questions? No? So now we got to do the same thing with the bottom. So 648 divided by 3. 3 goes into 6 2 times. 2 times 3 is 6. So we have 6 here. I don't like to write zeros. I put 4. How many times does 3 go into 4? 1 time. 1 times 3 is 3. We have 1 left. Bring down the 8. 3 goes into 18. 6 times. We can see that because we already wrote this tower 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So the answer is 216. 6 times 3 is 18. That zeroes out. 216. Now let's check this answer. Open time, page 13. Number 7. Yes, that is the answer that they have written there. So we have finished. Any questions?
Come on.
Awesome. Well, you guys, it's lunchtime. Josh, if you can take pictures of that and send it in the group chat of your handwritten, that'll be great. I'm going to upload it to your pod to show the hard work you did today. And I will see you after lunch. Sound good?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye. Enjoy your lunch.